All I needed to do was throw another Pokeball.
I don't think Scratch will kill.
Uh-oh. You're level 11!
Screaming, though.
Alpharad,
Like,
what are you doing?
What if it does?
Butterfree, go!
Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, a brand new video today, and today we have a special treat. We are gonna be reacting to Alpharad's How I Survived My First Pokemon Nuzlocke. And if you guys have been watching my channel, maybe you're new to the channel, whatever it may be, I do Nuzlockes all the time. In fact, I'm doing 2 Nuzlockes right now at the time I'm recording this. I do Nuzlockes almost every day. It's crazy. So I consider myself to be a bit of a Nuzlocke expert. And if you like Nuzlocke content or Pokemon content in general, be sure to subscribe to the channel, of course, and make sure you guys like the video if you like this reaction content. But so many of you guys reached out to me about this video, and I'm a fan of Alpharads, and actually I reached out to him and I said, hey, you mind if I react to this? And he said, yeah, just kind of take it easy on me, be gentle. And I said, okay. So we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna take a look at their first Nuzlocke experience. I actually remember him streaming a few months back. And we're gonna see how everything kind of shook out. I'm gonna give my commentary and my thoughts as someone who does, like I said, Nuzlockes all the time. We're gonna have some fun with this one. As always, please take a second and make sure you guys are subscribed to Alpharad. I'll have all of his information in the original video in the description below. We'll show some love there. And like I said, if you like Pokemon content, I'm your guy. I make Pokemon videos every single day, and I stream Pokemon content every day as well. So check me out. Otherwise, without further ado, let's take a look at Alpharad's first Pokemon Nuzlocke and how we survived it, I guess.
Believe it or not,
Here we
I've
go.
never actually done a Pokemon
He's never
Nuzlocke
done a
before.
Nuzlocke.
I was always more concerned with making friends out of these adorable little creatures instead of, you know, forcing them into the fatal crusade of war. If you don't know, a Nuzlocke is the best way to turn this stupid baby game into a masochist's wet dream.
And I would say that that's probably the main reason why I like Nuzlocke.
Masochist wet dream.
Just for the challenge. I actually don't even do vanilla playthroughs anymore. I have to have that challenge. Otherwise, I mean, I play Pokemon all the time, like I said. So I have to have the challenge. So I like Nuzlockes quite a bit.
The rules are simple. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in each area, and if a Pokemon faints, that's it, they're dead, Fate
See
of
you
Black
later.
Skyrim. Now, there are some additional rules I've added, but the most messed up one is that the
Battle
Nuzlocke
mode
forces
set
you
is
to give
good.
a
I like
nickname to
set.
each and every Pokemon you catch, forcing an emotional attachment to them all. So when Butterfree dies, you just murdered Jeremy. And that blood is on your hands.
Not Jeremy, no!
If your entire team whites out, that's it. The run
That's
just
it.
dies like Jeremy's family.
Oof.
So, with everything in place for this to go horribly, it was finally time to embark on our journey.
I believe in him.
If you like the video, please subscribe because it helps out a lot. Thank you.
There you go.
Personally, I thought a fitting choice for my first Nuzlocke would be Pokemon Fire Red,
like
as
it.
it's one of the few versions that has the Kanto region. For my starter, I selected none other than Funko Pop the...
That's a really good pick. I was wondering who was gonna pick as a starter. I think Bulbasaur is definitely the best, especially for his first Nuzlocke. Gives you an advantage against the first, the second, the third, the fourth. You have a pretty big advantage against those gym leaders. Actually, it's like probably the best starter in terms of dealing with the early game.
The Bulbasaur. Simply because nobody in my chat wanted him, and I felt bad.
I love
which
Bulbasaur.
unfortunately puts our rival, Luigi, in an advantageous position with his Charmander. Nevertheless, Funko Pop should prevail as the Nuzlocke has only just begun.
No crit. I'm so scared of getting a crit.
Generally,
in the first battle, 'cause
Nuzlockes
I
don't
just
start until you get Pokeballs. He gets crit. But did he grab the potion from the PC in his bedroom?
So, let me tell you the story of my second Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Oh my god! Okay, so I will say that generally speaking, most people do the rules where your Nuzlocke doesn't begin until you get Pokeballs, right? Because the first battle is kind of just a crapshoot. You really don't know what's gonna happen. You get crit like that. You don't really have a team. But fair enough, he goes for attempt 2 here. Okay. That he threw
This
the
time
Funko
we
Pop
went
too.
with Funko Pop with less confidence, which unfortunately
I
puts
like
our
that.
rival Luigi 2 in an advantageous position. Despite all odds, we made it through to the first 5
Should've got that
minutes
potion.
of our
21
Nuzlocke.
HP is high. That's a
and
good
just
IV.
like that, our perilous journey has officially begun. Again, and for real this time. We acquired Professor Oak's balls, and then embarked into the wilderness to catch our very first
Rattata.
Donkey Kong. The next
I mean,
Pokemon in
it's
our sight
Rattata
was
or
a
Pidgey.
Mankey, who
Mankey's
lowered
solid,
Funko
though.
Pop's health
Oh my gosh!
to 1, but the run has only just begun, you know?
This is
So
making me kind of like
what do we
anxious.
have to lose? And if you can't tell by now, these are the risks I take. This is what the rest of the run is going to look like, and I will not apologize for it. So
Mankey.
after collecting a new friend named Wii Sports and trekking through the forest of useless Pokemon, we were ready to
three.
tackle our very first gym.
I don't know. Okay, so he should be able to beat this gym with Mankey and Bulbasaur.
We were already underleveled for.
Wow, he is very
which
underleveled.
Is not great, but
Mankey's really
that's what makes it exciting. On the next route, I was presented with a
Jigglypuff?
potential Nidoqueen on a silver
That's good.
platter. All I needed to do was throw another Pokeball.
Uh-oh.
I don't think Scratch will kill.
Uh-oh. You're level
They're
11!
screaming though.
Alpharad,
like,
what are you doing?
What if it does?
He's gonna kill it.
Just throw a Pokeball. You can take the
There you
damage.
go. There you go.
Kids, let this be a lesson in toxic masculinity. It's better to be called a
I could have seen that one. I could have
I
called that
redeemed
one.
my crippling insecurities by purchasing an investment
That's a good
called
pickup.
Magikarp.
That could
It was
be- that
named
could be on the
after
final
my
team.
favorite movie of all time, Spy Kids 3. Beyond Mount Moon, we saw a glimpse of the second gym
Took
and
the
their
dome
leader,
fossil.
Misty, who
Didn't
is
take Lord
coincidentally
Helix. That was a
weak to
mistake.
Funko Pops, as most humans naturally are. I wasn't prepared for that battle just yet, so I grinded for about an hour before throwing hands with Luigi 2 yet again.
Ivysaur probably
and,
just carries.
Yeah, I'm still underleveled. And
Ooh.
fighting a Pidgeotto with a Mankey.
Rock
Oh, we're
Tomb?
faster! We're faster!
He's got animations off. I don't blame him. I think Mankey would have lived
Trust
the
me,
rest anyway,
this
though.
run never gets easier to watch, since the method to the madness is nothing larger than a blind ambition, like how an underleveled
He
Mankey
legitimately
sweeps the
just
entirety of
blasting
Luigi
through with
2's
Mankey.
team. After freeing Bill from his weird we made our way to Misty's gym. Luckily,
You got
Funko
this.
Pop soloed this one as he sleeps
Yeah,
and sweeps. At this moment in time, I realized, wow, this is easy. There is absolutely no way that I could be humbled by this game. We might as well head straight towards the third gym, you know? And on that path,
Oh,
we
boy.
found the daycare. We
Leave
could
that
look after
Magikarp.
a Magikarp per se. And I learned that every singular step you take results in 1 XP for the Pokemon in the daycare.
Yeah, once you get that Gyarados, you can do so much in a game like this. Gyarados incredibly bulky, has a couple resistances, has that immunity to ground type moves, and aside from electric moves, generally is going to be pretty strong.
So, let me
Oh,
introduce
he
you
really
to
just
my
did this to
own
get a
new
Gyarados?
form of grinding.
He really said, I'm just going to get a Gyarados.
Wow,
Okay.
how unexpected. I forgot that we had to go on a funny boat before the gym, but luckily we were able to
SS
pick up a
Rhydon.
Diglett named Lava Girl along the way, as this is the perfect counter for everything that Boomer Warvet stood for.
Yeah,
Aboard
Diglett
the
should solo
SS
the
Anne,
gym.
our little trainer broke into everyone's peaceful little rooms and turned witnesses into victims.
Water
We managed to
Pulse.
conquer foe after foe until
Oh, is
locking
that-
eyes
is
over
that,
yet another
Misty's
fateful
TM in this
encounter
game?
with Luigi 2.
Uh-oh.
The atmosphere felt familiar,
I think it has
but there was a new sense of
Eradicate now?
bloodlust
Oh, he's
in
only
the
got 2
air.
Pokemon?
This time, Luigi 2 wasn't going down alone.
Crit.
The rest of the battle was a success, but
All right, well, he got
how
through the
could
rival, which is
anyone
good.
say that in good faith, knowing about the events that transpired?
What transpired?
I learned a
Oh, he lost his
tragic
Mankey.
lesson that sometimes death is inevitable.
Well,
But this one felt preventable. A general could
Yeah.
lose an entire army. and
honestly,
you would
no, I
always
don't really feel like Mankey's the kind of mon that's gonna carry you anyway. Like Primeape's solid, but not the end of the world. But I feel like that was tough. Eradicate with Hyper Fang is actually pretty strong, and there's not a ton that he would have had. I think Gyarados probably could have tanked it, and Ivysaur probably could have tanked it, but
remember the first soldier to
Not
fall.
the end of the world,
and
really.
in honor of Mankey, I will never let such a foolish
is a little
mistake
risky, though.
happen again.
Right and correct.
he's gonna get
never
crit
mind.
karate chop.
To us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
never-
You could have telegraphed that one.
Never let such a foolish mistake happen again, starting now. They literally put Diglett Cave right next to the Electric Gym so you could walk out like a champion. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We lost 2 heavy hitters, and Donkey Kong is still at level 7.
But
So,
wait, he left it at
I'd
level
love to say that
7.
I'm confident about
Are you
this
getting
gym,
drowsy?
but I have recently been humbled by the cold hands of death. Lieutenant Surge lost 2 Pokemon right
got
at the
Dig,
start,
of
which
course,
is something
which is
I can
good.
sadly relate to.
Oh, he grinded
And it's
that
pretty ironic to lose Mankey to Eradicate only to use an evolved Donkey Kong to... okay. Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
you were
I find
paralyzed.
it equal parts interesting
Why
and
do you only have
concerning how
4 Mons on
desensitized
your
I've
team?
already
Is that all
become
you
to the
got
freezing
now?
embrace that is known as death.
Yikes.
So after defeating Surge
He
with an
mi- oh, I thought he
incredibly
missed.
hyped Leech Seed, we collected our 3rd gym badge and had our first existential crisis. The whole Nuzlocke challenge felt so much more doable a mere 2 minutes ago in the story, but
He's down to 3 Pokemon, but I will say, for 3 Pokemon, he's got 3 really good ones. He's got a Gyarados, an Ivysaur, Pidgeotto. Those are pretty solid at this stage of the game.
Now we can only go up.
That's not true, is it?
We continued this unfortunate journey through
you
rough
get multiple
tunnel and
encounters
only barely
here.
made it out alive. This
don't know
entire
if you
run
got
has
him,
turned
but-
into nothing more but a castle of sand, simply fearing the inevitable tides of another poor decision. Well, we caught a Growlithe named Hot Dog and found an Eevee named Transformer, so that's pretty cool.
Eevee's good.
We
I wonder
happened
what he's
catch
gonna go
Hot
for.
Dog-
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he is. I feel like Alpharad's a Vaporeon kind of person, but because of the Gyarados, I'm gonna say that he goes with Flareon.
right next to Celadon, which just
Find
so
out.
happened to sell evolutionary stones.
I almost said Jolteon.
And as our hot dog became a hotter
Oh,
dog,
I forgot he had the
learned
Growlithe. Jolteon makes more sense.
Arcanine, as
Can I
cool as
rewind
he
that
is,
and get it
doesn't
right?
learn a single move through leveling. Hot Dog could have been a great tool, but signature moves like Flamethrower were now off the table.
You
So
get
I went
TMs.
online to see if I could find a TM for this move anywhere, and it was only available in the Celadon game corner for 4,000 coins.
Better grind, baby.
So naturally, I took matters into my own hands.
Do the slots, baby.
Oh! Woo!
They actually, I think they took
3
this out of the newer
hours
games.
later, and I have officially fixed one mistake. I know I'm not doing a good job of painting myself as smart or competent, but I think I've at least revealed myself as ambitious or
Ambitious,
adaptive, which
adaptive,
are very
I like
easy
it.
traits to pick up when you constantly make the worst decisions. So before we went into the
Beat
fourth
that
gym,
out.
I had a moment to reflect and recognize that flying types are super effective against grass types because at this point you can never be too sure. After collecting the damn fourth gym badge, we headed towards the downfall of Twitch Plays Pokemon. This weird spin-off plot point is really just here to introduce us to Giovanni, the
Yo,
baddest
shout out
bad
to
guy in
Twitch
the
Plays
game who
Pokemon, that's
doesn't
funny.
really know how to play the game.
On to the next plot point.
I found it very ironic that within the Pokemon Tower you find Luigi 2 mourning the death of his beloved Raticate as if that little
Yeah, boy.
Yikes.
One battle later, and we ran into a wild Ghastly, who I admittedly nicknamed In Poor Taste.
That's
One dead mom joke later, and we've reached the top of
Yikes,
Pokemon
dead
Tower.
mom jokes.
Awesome. I guess we can leave now. With Saffron City opening up, it gives us access to the Fighting Dojo,
Yeah,
Sabrina's gym,
Hitmonlee
and
or
another Team
Hitmonchan.
Rocket
I
raid.
feel like he's a
And actually,
Hitmonchan
we
kinda
went and
guy.
got a Snorlax because everything
No?
else just sounded scary at the time. Catching
Snorlax is
Yoshi
very
opened
good.
up the path to head southbound towards Fuchsia Town, but on the way there, Funko Pop became even funkier, and
That's
we
what
made
I'm
an
talking
unfunny
about.
joke. After grinding for a while, we were still underleveled, to nobody's surprise, and ready to attempt Koga's gym.
Oh, no. Oh,
No,
no.
unless he crits, this thing eats.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
That
no.
wasn't that bad, but this is definitely a leave the
Flinch.
gym.
Yeah, no, we're leaving the gym after this. Heal.
I mean Team Rocket. No. Yeah, we're ready
Yeah,
to
Koga-
go
I mean,
fight the
Koga's
bad
gym isn't
guys
too
and
bad,
receive
but-
a free Lapras. Cool. Which knows Perish song, and I don't know if that's the best move for a Nuzlocke. After
No, you can use Perish Song. As long as you switch before the 3 turns run out, you can still get kind of the function of Perish Song.
battling countless grunts, we make it to the end of this labyrinth, only to be met with Giovanni again. We open the battle with none other
Ooh,
than
level
our golden
41.
child, Spy
He is-
Kids 3.
He is so underleveled. Oh my gosh.
Everything he throws at this Gyarados is nothing short of an obstacle designed for a champion, but as his tense changes from present to past,
Uh-oh.
Spy Kids 3 met Giovanni's
Yep, he's
vicious
dead.
Rhyhorn.
No. Hold up. No.
No, Spike!
Not Spy Kids 3!
He lost his Gyarados. That was a big mistake.
Death never gets easier.
Yeah.
It can only grow more familiar. As one soldier falls, another will always take this place, as this bloody cycle will never cease to continue.
One of the things about Nuzlockes too, he kind of mentions as one soldier falls, another replaces it. But what you'll find in the Nuzlocke is a lot of times you'll have like an anchor Pokemon that's really holding it down for you. And then if that Pokemon falls, or maybe a Pokemon that resists a type that it weak to falls, it can really be like a domino effect. And in the case of Gyarados, Gyarados is a really, really strong Pokemon in Nuzlocke. I would argue one of the best, most versatile Pokemon in Nuzlocke.
Lapras can
Especially, I'm gonna throw this in there, especially because electric moves are usually not teched onto things. It's pretty obvious when an electric move is coming, and that's what Gyarados' biggest weakness is, especially in a normal playthrough.
attempt to fill the Gyarados-sized hole in my heart, but nobody can replace what Spy Kids 3 means to me.
spelled
Upon
wrong.
entering Koga's gym, we carried a slightly different energy. one that has been hardened by war and burdened by memories.
Why is he only level
Koga
30?
did everything in his power to not get swept by the new heart of our team, but not even being over-leveled was enough for this Weezing to be exempt from a dying breath.
Level
With
43
another
Weezing.
gym
How did he
badge
not just
acquired,
blow up?
The next stop for our bloodlust was none other than the illustrious Sabrina of Saffron City.
How is he gonna beat
And
this
I'll
thing?
let the
Bite with
gameplay
his
speak
Arcanine?
for itself.
Oh, hold up. This is scary. This is scary. Oh, shit.
I feel like Bite probably would have done more, just because Alakazam's physical
Huge.
defense
Okay,
is so
we're
bad.
subbing out real quick. Do not let it all end like this.
Snorlax should be
Oh
able
my
to tank.
god. Oh no!
Yikes!
What?
Yikes!
Oh no!
That was a lot of damage. Snorlax is so bulky
Snorlax
though.
was my favorite one.
Oh my
Calm
gosh.
mining? No, this is worth it. This is oh,
Yeah, boy.
he's so strong. He is so strong.
Yawn,
right
I mean,
now.
that's
oh
solid.
my god. He is +3 special defense.
Does he
The
lose
whole
here?
run
No.
could end right here. Oh my god. No.
Bite
no,
is
no,
the
no,
play. You gotta hit him on the
Everything's
physical
okay. No future sight.
So something's dying in 2 turns.
God.
Oh god.
But at least he's sleeping.
no.
I like
Go
that.
for Bite.
I like that. Can't like that. We like that. Okay.
Not the full heal.
You gotta go for Bite. He calm-minded.
Oh my god.
Stop!
Please.
No.
Come on, hot
Wait,
dog.
hold on. Is there physical special split in this game? Maybe I'm wrong.
Come on,
Hit him
hot dog.
again, hot dog. Hit him. Oh.
Oh no, he's +3.
You're dead.
No, hot dog.
So close.
No,
You're dead. Everything's dead.
No.
How do you get through this?
Virus, I'm sorry. We.
How do you win
got
this?
a Parish song.
Paris song.
For the greater good, dude. For the greater good.
That's
It's
it.
the only
It's
way
gotta
out
be
of
Paris
here.
song. But he's gonna take Future Sight.
No!
Oh no! Did he just lose? He needs him to choke and go for Calm Mind.
No, there's no way Alakazam's not faster.
We can try it, but I don't know. It might.
He might call mine. He might call mine again.
Wow.
That's
So he's
fine.
gonna win because of Future Sight. He's gonna lose everything.
Oh
Okay.
god.
All right.
For the greater good of the run.
That's actually wild.
Oh no.
That's actually
You
wild.
have to survive 3 turns.
It's okay. We can just buff my health.
Come on.
For the team. For the team.
Come on.
This is
just
gonna
take,
do a
take
lot.
one hit. I don't know. You're 10
Once
levels
that,
under.
once the,
There's no way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Virus, no.
Yoshi could probably take one though.
No. Oh my god, you're dead. Oh.
Yeah. I was like, this is a special defense tank,
Yeah,
and this
Snorlax
still
is
goes
incredibly
down
bulky.
like that.
Alakazam's no joke. I mean, it's a really strong
No!
Pokemon.
I thought
But
we
it
were
should go
safe.
down in one more turn, I think.
Oh my god.
He really saved the run with Paris Song. That's so
I feel
funny.
like I'm witnessing a historic moment right now.
You are. Everything has gone awful.
Oh god. Okay.
Go for
okay.
Dig!
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
out.
He saved his Jolteon. Wow.
The stall.
Saved the Jolteon. That was smart to go for Dig.
Oh,
I mean, he went for Foresight anyway, or Future Sight anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But still. And then Alakazam gets perished. Wow. That's actually hilarious. That's actually like really funny strategy to get through that.
we made it out.
2 Pokemon left.
Literally everything went wrong in like 3 seconds for me.
Everything went wrong.
Call
It was
mine
the
Alakazam, man.
The sleep paralysis demon. Oh my god. We made
I didn't
it
realize
out,
that the
though.
gym leaders use full
We
heals in this
have
game.
officially reached the lowest point of the run. Our only saving grace was a sacrifice. I'm aware of the mistakes that I made to end up here, but I also made a carefully calculated decision at the cost of FIRST the Lapras to protect
Carefully
the integrity
calculated.
of the run.
He
Once that
basically
Alakazam
said, please don't use Psychic. It worked out. It worked out.
reached a point of nirvana through spamming Calm Mind, all we could possibly do was pray for an escape. Our motley crew has been silenced to nothing more than a pair, and now it's up to Funko
Okay,
Pop
he's
and
got
Transformer to
Jolteon
lead
and
a skeleton
Venusaur.
team to an unforeseen victory. But no matter what may happen going forward, this
Surf's
entire
up in the
run
sky.
is in a heavy debt to the memory of FIRST the Lapras. Perish Song was the only open path in this devil's maze.
It really
So
was.
now, our only goal was to focus on the future and leave this battlefield as
He had a
nothing
cool
more
team,
than
too.
a memory.
That's actually like a really cool Gen 1 team. You better get some new Pokemon. 40 days later.
It took me 40 whole days to find the confidence to continue this disgraced run. I know that I can't put any of the blame on the game or my team, for it is my solemn duty as a trainer to guide them. And as soon as I accepted that, I realized that my title has not wavered over these
Well, you can get a
past
bunch of
40
water
days.
types at least.
My job is to finish what I've started and lead the remainder of my team to victory, as it's what they would have wanted. So I collected a new
There you
team
go.
from the ashes of what I once called a family. With Funko
Okay,
Pop
so you
and
went with Lee
Transformer
instead of
hardened
Shay.
by
I
echoes
got
of the
all my
past,
guesses
our
wrong.
new recruits were ready to help out in any way they could.
Clam Slam, Birdo, Phoenix, and Mr. Bustdown.
This was all we had left.
I mean, that's
our
not bad.
final gambit. As this
You can work with
disaster of a
those.
journey was coming to a close, our next stop
Blaine
was
is gonna be
none
hard,
other
though.
than Cinnabar Island. We pulled
'Cause
up on the
Cloister's not
Pokemon
taking
Mansion to
special
catch
fire
a coughing
attacks.
named Coughing, and that was it.
That's
And
an
then
original
Cinnabar's
name.
gym offered an awesome quiz.
All right, Josh, I have a question for you.
All right.
There are 9 certified Pokemon League badges.
No, there's 8.
Then Blaine said the funny thing before hitting 15 fire blasts in a row, which,
Yep. Yeah.
no.
I think you could just easily dig and, well,
I don't think that's correct, Brayden. I think every time you've given me advice, it's been wrong.
it's a damage roll. It's a damage roll. I can't calculate these
This
things.
does feel like a
I
damage
think
roll
he
to me.
lives with just a little bit.
Crit.
Yep.
Brayden, if Jolteon dies, it's your fault.
It's dead.
L.
There goes Jolteon.
Jolteon dies.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Still waiting.
There's a chance.
Brayden, what the Did I let that Jolteon die? Perhaps. But this one was to prove that I can never trust advice from Stream Chat, the Wiki, YouTube comments, or even my own friends.
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
going
rough.
to make a mistake, it better be my own mistake.
And
it
honestly,
definitely better
losing
be a larger
Cloister
mistake
is
than I
probably
trusted
pretty
one of
big.
my dearest friends.
Especially for
This wasn't
Lance.
too hard of a gem, but I really just monologue post time skip about how these 2 Pokemon were leading my team, only to let one die as a prank? What is wrong with me? You would think at this point that I'm done taking completely worthless risks, but I am
Honestly,
unhinged.
though, like, what's your switch into Fire Blast there? Hypno? But you're not taking multiple.
I simply do
gotta
not
kinda
care
bank on a
anymore.
miss.
If this run is to succeed, it's because it was written in the stars. I will do what feels right in the moment, and after collecting a 7th
Oh,
gym
I forgot
badge,
about the
what
Sevi
felt
Islands
right
in
was
this game.
building up a third of my team for the 3rd time. The game then guided us to the Sevi Islands, and with Clam Slam getting their clam
he
slammed, we
gets
needed a
more
new water
encounters.
Pokemon. If anything, we needed a savior. I spelled it wrong, right?
I was gonna say.
I really hope the typo made it through.
You know what? That's fine. Also, I'm now realizing that I spent 3 hours grinding to get Flamethrower for Hot Dog in the casino just for him to perish to Sabrina's Alakazam.
That's a struggle.
What?
I legitimately, the day I'm recording this, just grinded out, got PP ups to put on my Rotom to max out its Hydro Pumps, and then it died 5 minutes later.
Sinnoh does have a lot of other good TMs. Ice
12
Beam,
hours later.
Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt again. This was a successful casino raid
Oh,
and
one-time
half
use,
of my
huh?
Tuesday. But I'm not going to equip the TMs just yet. I'm gonna wait until we hit the Elite Four, so
That's fair.
you know, something unfortunate doesn't happen. The only thing in our path now was the Viridian Gem, which we had to
Okay.
challenge Giovanni for our 8th gym badge. The Savoir has officially
should be able
joined
to
our team as
just
well
carry.
as Coughing the Wheezing, and for some reason this one knows Explosion, and given how effective Perish Song was, we'll use it when the time's right. Anyways, 5 surfs later, and we've officially collected all the
Foreshadowing.
gym badges this world has to offer.
All right,
So at
listen.
long last,
He made it all. He's going to the Elite Four. He's getting there. That's something.
it was time for our final act. We started walking towards Victory
Uh-oh.
Road only to be greeted by Luigi 2's bloody hands. This was truly our last obstacle before our endgame. Even though we came out unscathed, it was
That's
a
good.
wake-up call to our 2nd and 3rd string team. We do not cover enough typings. We have nothing against flying, nothing against psychic, nothing against ice, nothing against electric, and nothing against dragon, except this one TM sitting in our bag. This was the
can
point
get
of the
Volley
run
Wrath
where
Ice
I
Beam.
really started to feel the sins crawling on
Coughing
my back.
can learn
The
Thunderbolt.
careless amount of graves I dug have come back to bite me, as this team simply does not have the answers needed to become champions. Despite not catching any of the legendaries, we
yourself
could
a
still go to
Zapdos.
Zapdos' home of the power plant and find Goku, our little Magnemite.
Okay,
who happened to find
Magnemite's
2
good.
other
Magnemite's good
Magnemite
against
friends through
Lorelei.
grinding. With
Can
this
be good
new
against
catch,
Bruno-ish.
we replaced Bird up and set out to catch one last
Can be good
Pokemon in
against
Victory
Lance.
Road, which we might as well use a Master Ball for. When we reached the other side of the cave,
really
I
does
handed
Master Ball
out
knowledge.
everyone's TMs to those who I felt could use them best. Before tackling the Elite Four, I studied the wiki and the trainers ahead in desperate hopes of finding
Studied
any
the
chance
wiki,
of
that's so
survival.
funny.
I elected a Pokemon or two per trainer, and then admitted that when it came to the champion that is Luigi 2, I tried my best. I had a decent enough plan, but what it really came down to
He
was
really
that
doesn't have a lot of
was
money.
ready to make a decision when the time called for it. With
He's
a
gonna
heavy
blow up.
heart burdened by my own mistakes, my team of 6 Pokemon and their stupid idiot trainer marched into the Indigo Plateau, as this was our first and final chance to come out as champions, as this Pokemon Nuzlocke was about to end.
I believe in you.
One way or another.
Here we go.
The first name on our hit list was
All right,
none other
Lorelei.
than Lorelei the Ice Trainer. Luckily, most ice types are also water types in this game, which is perfect for our young upstart Goku.
He's got
They
good
simply
levels right now,
thunderbolted
and Magnet's
everything
on
in
solid,
their
great
path,
special
even when
attack.
they only had 7 HP remaining. With Jinx being the only non-water type, it was time to switch Goku out. We tried a few options, but this is the lamest piece of shit I've ever seen. I just kept getting frozen, kept getting put to sleep, kept getting frozen again,
Oof.
and then being told to deal with it. Despite switching multiple times, I had a relatively loud voice in my ear to switch out to Onyx. I insisted that Onyx is weak to ice, but this person who will go unnamed told me that I was wrong and that an earthquake
Oh my
was
God,
the right
this
way
Jinx
to
is
kill
annoying.
Jinx. This Onyx may be our only answer to Luigi Choose Charizard, but I was feeling frustrated. In a moment of weakness, I listened to someone's advice that wasn't my own.
Instead
Big
of, it's
mistake.
time for Mewtwo.
Is a big mistake. Onyx is ground type,
Oh yeah,
which is
that's
weak
why
to
I was
ice
gonna say
type.
give the Quick Claw to Mewtwo is because
And its rock move would be super effective, but
and then
it's
have the
Earth
flint
What did I
in it.
say, Brayden? What did I say? What did I say?
I thought that's sturdy.
Jesus Christ!
Stir doesn't work
I'm
that way in that
never
game.
listening to you ever.
What do you even do?
Ever.
Maybe Hypno with Shadow Ball?
Literally never. Not once has your advice ever helped me.
Well, we got a pretty bad Mewtwo there.
Despite all odds, and I mean a lot of odds, we managed to make it to Bruno
Okay, you
with
got through
only a
that.
singular Pokemon missing.
Bruno's
which
easier,
is
though.
definitely more than I'd like, but here we are.
I'm really
having a
surprised
great
that he.
time.
I'm really surprised he went with the Onyx for the final team. But he said it was because of the Charizard. But even so, Fire Blast is chunking Onyx. Like, it is gonna do some damage to Onyx.
Learning from past experiences, if you have a psychic type who spams Calm Mind, you can really just do
Yeah.
anything. Our Phoenix
That
stood
makes
tall in
sense.
the face of Onyx and thought really hard before casting a mental hellstorm over everything that Bruno
Yep,
loved.
I can see
And
that.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt good. When it came to Agatha, the ghost trainer,
You could do a
I
similar
think she's, like,
strategy
really
against
just
Agatha.
A poison type trainer, but we didn't really have an answer. Ghost type is physical in this generation for some reason.
Oh, so yeah, in Gen 3, the physical special split didn't exist. I always get confused because I'm so used to playing the newer games. So yeah, Ghost is
we just
physical,
threw out the
which makes
tank that is
Gengar not
coughing
nearly
who
as
happened
good.
to know Shadow Ball. When it came to Arbok, it would have been the perfect time to use a move like Earthquake, but you know, sometimes life has other plans. Surprisingly enough, our team is doing pretty well.
Okay, got
Lance
5 mons
foolishly
left.
stood before us with an army of dragons against one tiny Poliwrath.
I would like
who
to think
happened
you can
know
get
Ice
through.
Beam.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
an effective
Poliwrath.
strategy, but Dragonite is also really scary. He's quad
Ice
weak to
Punch will
Ice
do
Beam,
well.
but his flying type moves put him in an advantage for some reason over our beloved Savar. If I kept her for an
Magneton?
additional turn, we would be missing probably the only remaining answer we have for the imminent Charizard. But before I could even think about that, I had to simply make it out of this battle. With my whole team in a panicked state, I knew what I had to do. So I sent out coughing.
Here comes
one
the Weezing
last
to
time.
blow up. He's really gonna do it.
Wait, I probably could have used Magnum.
With Luigi 2 standing before
did
us,
it.
we were but
4
moments away from the
Pokemon
curtains falling.
left.
This was our final battle, our final chance for victory, but more importantly, our final chance of redemption.
Can he
for
do it?
all the stupid decisions I've made. So Luigi 2 opened this
Ooh, he's
fateful
underleveled.
battle with Pidgeot, which was a bad decision
Well,
for
okay.
him. I think he got a little pissed after that one, so he just went ahead and sent out his strongest Pokemon next. Knowing that
Yeah.
Goku was nothing more than a piece of steel begging to be melted,
The
we just
problem is,
tossed
if it
out
has- if it
Savara,
has Air
hoping that
Slash,
she
you
could
kinda
live up
get
to her
wrecked. He
name
misses!
somehow.
That's big.
Yeah, girl boss. It was a gruesome battle as the ace in our sleeve was one unfortunate crit away from losing the entire run for us all. It's always in moments
that
like
citrus?
this where the worst possible outcomes become the reality. So naturally,
Why does he
I
have belly drum?
challenged fate.
If it's a crit, can the other Pokemon do it?
No.
but he's not gonna crit.
Oh, he's
You
got
know,
aerial ace.
What did I say?
The
There it is.
Charizard was absolutely the ace in his sleeve, but somehow we got lucky. As an enemy Alakazam approached the
Oh my gosh.
battlefield, so
But
did
physical Shadow Ball here
post-traumatic
is actually
stress.
good.
Luckily, this Alakazam did not
Oh, he
know
doesn't have
Calm
it.
Mind, and even more luckily, Phoenix did. We literally just sat here while Luigi 2 handed us +6 special attack Hypno, and it
That'll do
made
it.
me feel invincible. And perhaps a little bit arrogant.
Shake. Oh, bold.
Uh-oh.
Bold.
Coward. You're
Crit.
a coward.
Okay, well, we were
No.
very confident in that +6 Hypno.
Yeah, we were ready to sacrifice it.
Sure enough, Goku is here to right all the wrongs I create yet again. Luigi 2 then sent out his
Yeah, that's
Rhydon,
easy.
who was stanced
funny
up
is
as
how
if it was
little
time to give our
the,
starter
Venusaur
his
was
very
used
first
kind of at the
moment in the
end.
spotlight in over 40 days.
Wow, that did a
And
lot.
to my
He's 5
surprise,
levels under, that's
this
why.
felt doable. Literally everything leading up to this moment would suggest otherwise, but here we are, with the lone executor standing in our path. Damn! Imagine if we had a Pokemon who knew Flamethrower. So with one final Hail Mary to throw,
Oh my God,
Funko Pop
sleeping
was
a
put
grass
into
type.
sleep
Haven't
so
seen that in a
Savard
few
could do what she
generations.
does best and save the entire run.
Big Ice Beam.
Yeah.
Fight, we
Wait,
outspeed it. We
wait, how
outspeed
do
it.
we
We
speed
win.
him?
We win.
Yeah, there's no way.
We win again.
They did it.
Despite everything.
My very
Of our
first
fallen
Nuzlocke, despite having Brayden in the call,
His-
I
his
still
second attack.
won.
And just like that, I have completed my second Nuzlocke, and God
Boom.
do I feel proud. I took the high road so many
That's a cool
times,
team, though. I don't know.
especially
The Onyx just kind of blows my mind. Really cool team. I love the use. I don't know about the Onyx.
when it was absolutely the wrong decision to make. Yet here I am, dancing on Luigi 2's grave,
Hey,
while also
Orange
paying
Justice.
respect to the countless jobs we've created for this cemetery.
Shout outs to that.
So yeah, that went better than expected.
That was really funny. That was really good. So big shout outs to Alpharad for taking on the challenge of his first ever Nuzlocke and beating out his second attempt. That's really not bad. You kind of throw out the first one. I don't count the first one. I would say he got it on his first attempt. So congratulations on that one. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to my commentary. And again, if you like Pokemon content, this is the place to be. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you guys are new. And definitely check out Alpharad's channel and information in the description as well. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.